So, this is my van in dire need of a clean up, but I wonder how long it'll be my van for from now, because look at this. That's a clue to what's happening, and here's a bigger clue. Yes, baby. Forever autumn. My sailing yacht. All mine. Bought and paid for. So let's have a quick look on deck. Sorry if it's shaky, but I'm not used to taking videos.
You've got a key to the gate?
I have, yes mate.
Make sure it's locked.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, are you going now? But do you want to lock it behind you? Or have you not got a key? So, this is the deck. Woohoo! And a bloody big mast. A bloody dirty mast with a dodgy rope on. Or should I say a halyard. So it's going to be replaced. The slip-proof paint needs redoing. And that needs connecting up. But right, anyway, this is my boat. It's protected from the weather at the moment, so we'll get inside. Right then. Here we go. This is the cockpit. What's under there? Radio. And this, I believe, is a lovely bunk. That's a double bunk. What a load of bunkum. It's a lot of bunkum, isn't it? That's a full-size double bunk right there. And wow, Captain. That's what's all this about. Oh, that tells me how windy it is. And what the depth is. And where I am. Okay. And 3 degrees. Diana's not here though. And that's a view from here out to the deck. That's a view I'll have when I'm driving. But this, oh, look at this. What is this about? It's full of things. I brought so much stuff up already. Spare parts and bits and pieces and what have you. And there's a little kitchen down there which I'll show you in a moment. There's a chart table there which I'll show you in a moment. The engine is underneath those steps and the other cabin is up the front. So let's have a quick look down here. I was thinking about changing the name from Forever Autumn, but I think I've pretty much decided to keep it. So there's some charts and that under there, some boring stuff. There's some boring stuff there as well, but we best put that on. So we have some lights further up. That, believe it or not, is a bar. And this is rather incongruous. You've got this beautiful oil lamp and then this awful 70s looking, that is going to go in the bin. But hob, grill, cougar, fridge freezer, and hot and cold running water. And that's one of 3 outlets that blow very hot air around the boat when it's cold, all courtesy of this little system, which obviously is off at the moment. And this table also has room for bottles. It needs a good clean. I've literally just bought this. That you're not going to believe this, but that's a heater. It runs from paraffin, I believe, under pressure, and the handmade tailors, so that is worth about 3 grand. How ridiculous is that? That also is going in the bin. That's just going straight in the bin. But I quite like these. They're quite atmospheric for a boat, so they're staying. One of 3 security cameras. That's cool. I'll get those moved and get them in operating. And this is what's known as the head, which is a toilet. And unlike my chemical toilet in the van, it doesn't smell permanently. It actually doesn't smell at all. Again, hot and cold running water, cupboard space under there, cupboard space there. I'm also going to put a nice little bathroom cabinet just in that space there. And there's a shower. Oh, that's useful. There's actually a shower. You just pull that up and stick it on there or whatever. Wherever it fits. So that's the head. And then there's what they call a wet locker, where supposedly it's dirty. It's supposedly where you come in when all your clothes are soaking wet and you can hang them in there and it drip dries and it doesn't affect anything with damp. And this is that's a seal. This is the dry locker, which is also filthy and needs a good clean and a paint. But that's where you put your normal clothes. I want to put some shelves in there as well, because there's actually quite, if you look, there's quite a lot of space from front to back. So there's plenty of room there to put some shelves in. Little porthole, big hatch, little porthole. That little hatch there is to get through to the anchor cabinet, which you don't need to do really most of the time. There's storage under here, but there's another sail and another sail. So this is, the forward cabin. This is the bunk. It's actually a full-size double bed. You can see the width of this gap from here to here is twice as wide as I am. I can fit right in it. So you can see from scale just how big that actually is. So that's the forward cabin. And if you have guests, you would open this cupboard and and shut it that way, and that way the head could be used by like a guest who is in the end cabin, and you wouldn't be able to see each other using the toilet. So there you go. So that's my boat. That's my boat. It's way bigger than the camper, of course. Oh, God almighty, that is offensive just looking at it. It's way bigger than the camper. This area here, which is called the cockpit, I have actually a table that fits on that bracket there. It's a very nice table too. So on sunny days, or on days when it's raining but it's nice and I want the fresh air, and I can put this bimini up. It's called a bimini. Don't know why I just don't call it a tent, but it's a bimini. So I can just put that up, and I can bring the cushions up. There's specific cushions for these seats, and I can sit here and enjoy the fresh air. So there again, there's a double bunk at the back. So 2 people, in fact 3, could probably fit in there if one was a little bit short. But that's it. Let's go back out. I have to leave these on at the moment because I'm not in the boat at the moment. I just keep coming to it and doing things. Like that block. It's absolutely fine, it's in perfect condition. It's just dirty. This cleat is in perfect condition. It's just dirty. So that's not dirty, that's really shiny. That's the davits where you hang the dinghy from. So let's go down. That's a little ladder in case you want to go swimming, so you can get back on the boat, especially if the sharks are around. That's my rudder, my propeller, my speed log, my keel, and this is the major job. I hope you can see on camera how this is growth from the sea, and it just scrapes off, and all that has to be scraped off, and then you paint it again with this red paint, which is anti-foul, because if it wasn't for this red paint, this growth would literally be a couple of inches long. So it has to be re-anti-foul once I've scraped the whole hull. And this keel, that's the joint where the keel joins the boat, and it needs a very good clean up. It looks rusty, and it is, but it's not really bad. This is just a huge 1/2 ton of solid cast iron, so that needs all gouging out, painting with phosphorus acid, which will inhibit the rust, and the same will happen on the other side. And then it'll all get sealed up, all that whole gap will get sealed again, resealed properly, and then once all the red paint's on, this blue line, the Plimsoll line, that'll get sectioned off and all repainted again as well, and then all the rest of the hull is going to be polished, and there's a couple of little bits of repair to do, such as, there it is, you see the chip there. I think that's where they've pulled the anchor in badly, and the anchor's bounced all over off the floor. So I'll get that sorted, but that's okay, that's fine, it's not a problem. I was going to change the name, but because this paintwork was hand painted and it's beautifully done, I'm actually going to leave it. So the boat is called Forever Autumn, and eventually Tired Camper, once she's done up, Tired Camper will be gone forever. That'll be a couple of years, but Tired Camper will go forever, and fresh new, clean painted, fantastically operating boat will be here. I can't wait. I'm excited, yes.